A sincere thank you to Stephen Turan for helping out, getting involved, and making today's Captain's Blog possible. I am your biggest fan. Thank you, sir. Hi there, guys. Welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It's 11:55 on June 28th, 2019, and I'm here. Who knows where the fuck this is? And I wanted to talk about a cool thing. We're building a shop from scratch with a negligible budget at best. So one of the cool things I'm doing, like, I didn't want to have a lot of open shelves. Every place we've ever had, we always had a ton of, like, open shelves, usually the shitty gray industrial ones. And it's so cluttered and it looks like shit. And I wanted to have, like, a clean, nice workshop. And I'm trying to build really nice and really clean on, like, it's champagne taste on a beer budget kind of thing. So one of the things I'm doing, and this is something you can do with your shop, is I am all over Facebook Marketplace because old metal storage cabinets are really easy to come by. And there's two classes of them. People that think they're worth way more than they are and want to sell them for like $300 a piece. Fuck that shit. And then there's a bunch of people who are like, yeah, I got this thing in my storage unit. I'm selling it for $30. Like this guy right here. So we're here today to pick up a random storage cabinet for a whole $30, and you'll see it in the shop. I think it's bright red and says 3M on it, which is kind of cool. So that's what's up. So let's get a cabinet. Time is 12:44 hours, and it's in the shop. This is its temporary home. I'll have a better place for it soon. But it wants to hang on a wall. I gotta build some damn walls. So let's cut some drywall. So here's how you cut drywall, because people should know this. People should learn this. First thing is, if you're starting out the day, put a fresh blade in your knife. Or flip your old blade from yesterday around. So, this piece needs to be 22 inches high by the full length of the drywall. It's going to go right up there. We can only screw on the bottom bit. I might be able to get some on the top. We'll see how that works out. But we need a 22 inch wide piece. So here's how I do it. It's probably not the way a professional does it, but it's how I do it. So we need 22 inches. So you start with your first cut along the edge. Now you just come out about a quarter inch, just eyeball it, but you want, a quarter inch. Now on the drywall, they've got these little tick marks down the side, and they got X's over here. Now everywhere there's a tick mark, it lines up with an X. The tick lines up with the right side of the X. Okay, so if you go like this and you go over the X, you know your tape's straight. You want to have your tape straight because if you, alright, watch. We're going to measure 22 inches, right? So if I measure 22 inches here, that's my actual 22 inches. If I move my tape off a bit, and I measure my 22 inches here, in reality, well now I'm at 21 3/4. Because this is going to transcribe an arc, a radius. You're going to get a circle with the radius being 22 inches. So you got to have your tape straight. So, and we don't have to worry about that mark, it's okay. And if I'm doing a full 8-foot piece, I like to have 4 places relatively even from one end to the other, because average drywall square is only 48 inches long. And then you do one at this end. So here's my drywall square. I'm going to go from this end because that keeps the long part away from me. And there's a notch in a drywall square right here. You're not going to be able to see it very well because it's got a lot of black in it, but there's a notch right there. That notch goes right here. And I can square up against this end of the drywall because this is a mill edge. This is a factory edge, so I know it's square. And I line this up. Now see, there's my line, there's my line. This one's 1/4 inch shy. Look at that. See? So if your tape isn't straight, that's what you're going to end up with. And then we're just going to draw a line. Pro tip, if you use a Sharpie for your layout, most people don't. A lot of guys like a pencil. I'm a Sharpie guy. When you're doing drywall, it dries this right out, like drying a popcorn fart dry. So as you go down, you want to hold this at an angle about like that and rotate it. So if you watch me do the Sharpie, I'll do the other side here and you'll see. So now we flip our square around. And on this end, I'm up against the mill edge. And yes, there's a notch here as well. We'll line that up to our mark and we're all good. Okay. So now I got to put a hand here to hold that. So as I go down, watch the Sharpie and you'll see it roll. It's like a paddle move. Okay? Now you got to be really careful here because I'm not supporting that end of the thing. But there's your line. And then just, because I may be a touch neurotic, we're going to connect the lines. Because I have to. You just do. It's what the voice is doing. Okay, so to recap, roll the Sharpie as you draw on drywall because it dries it out, and now you've got a line. You got a nice, and it's a fat line. That line's like between a 16th and an 8th. It's about a 16th. So on the knife, hold it like a pencil for the first pass. 2 hands. You have this hand come in, you actually rest on the sheet a little bit, and get your knife in. Dig in a little bit at the end, just like that, and then just very lightly, you're just cutting the paper. That's it. You're not trying to force your way through. It's a super light cut. What's important on the first pass is accuracy, not depth. This hand comes in and guides, and you just want to follow that line and take all the time in the world you need to do it, but keep that blade inside the black all the way down. Now what I'm doing, if you watch how I'm moving here, I've got my hands locked, and I'm moving at the waist. So bring your legs back a bit, like my right foot's way the hell behind me. Okay, and you're going to move at the waist. You're keeping your entire upper body locked. It's kind of like waltzing. You've got your posture and you're holding that, and then you move the lower body, and you take your next bite. And you just move like this, nice and slow and easy. And you get faster at this as you go. But you just go nice and slow and easy. And your whole world, you're not thinking about your arms, your elbows, your hand. You're only looking right there where that blade hits the thing. That's your mark. And let the drywall hang over the end of the table on this end. Don't be standing here. Be standing here. Because when that blade comes off the end, you don't want to have your body in the path. It doesn't matter a lot on the first pass because we're going really slow and really gentle. Boop, and we're off the end. So now all I've done is broken the paper. There are professional drywall dudes who could snap it at this point and be fine. You cut drywall like you cut glass. It's a score and snap system. I always do it twice. Because I am not a professional drywall installer, and really, why the hell are you listening to me teach you how to cut drywall? What the fuck do I know? Have you seen my work? But you're here, and I'm teaching stuff, so we'll do the best we can. So the second pass, you can just come back like this, and as long as you keep it pretty close, it'll follow that groove. And now I'm applying about 5 pounds of pressure. That's it. It's not a lot. About 5 pounds of pressure, straight down, and just walk it out. Okay. Set your knife down. Now, you want to put this line at the edge of your table. So you bring that out forward. And we're going to slide this down a bit. And you can sight down the table and see where your line is. And get that all lined up. Because this is the fun part. Cutting drywall is surprisingly fun, and I like it. So here's how you actually cut the drywall. 2 hands wide. And you've got this line right on the edge of the table. 2 hands wide, 1, 2, 3, and it snaps. Okay, but we're still connected. If you look back here, there's a heavy craft paper back. It's like really thin cardboard, heavy brown paper. Okay, so we got to cut that. Now the best way to cut that is to flip the sheet over and cut it from the back. You can almost never do that. Not with a setup like this. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start my cut here with that. Now, a drywall knife comes to a point. There's that taper there, and that taper is to guide you in this. This has to be done smoothly, quickly, in one shot, with great confidence, even if you're not all that confident in your abilities. This is one of those weird things where you cannot hesitate. So, grab in, and go. And then trim off any little wibbly bits like this, just to clean it up. You can have a surprising amount of cruft hanging off your edge. Now down here, you can see this didn't break very clean right at the end. Now you can razor this off and you can shave it down and all that, but some cool dude named Stanley gave us this. And God love him for it, because this is a drywall rasp. And that's how you clean up that edge. And now it's nice and smooth and it's good. So I'm going to go down to this end and I'm just going to chase that whole edge all the way down. Now drywall rasps come in a million different sizes and flavors and brands and colors and shapes and all that. But this little cheap handheld job is good for the level of drywall that I do. They make a nice 12-inch one. Stanley makes it, in fact. And it's super cool. I don't own one, but they make it. It's cool. I just never got around to needing one. So we're going to put this piece up there, and that's going to be heavy. So I'm going to get a helper on this, and we'll be back. So, there's that. Whew, that was fun. Now, I am no professional drywall guy by any means, but that's piece of drywall there up there is just purely decorative, and the top foot of it's going to be, well, the top 6 inches is going to be cut off by a drop ceiling anyway. I just wanted to have it go all the way up just really for fire safety and nothing else. Noise control, fire safety, that's about it. The inside of the wall, when we do the other side, we're going to fill the whole thing with rock wool, and then there will be another layer of the heavy fire stop drywall on the other side. And we'll fill the little gaps up there between the joists with insulation, something else, not sure what. I'll figure it out when I get there. Alright, I'll be back. Piece is done. Cool. All we got left now is a little end bit. Mm-hmm. That'll be cool. Whew. That's fun. Alright. Now we have 26 1/4.
We'll have plenty.
That'll get us too far. So we want, let's say, I'm going to cut it back to 23, because that'll put us here, and I can trim this back for whatever we want. And I'm going to go to 23.
Okay.
It's a lot easier when this is up close to the edge.
Yeah, so you're not like bending it?
Yeah, when you're doing way out here, it's really hard, but over here it's pretty easy. And then you do that. Thankfully, non-critical dimension. Too close to the table. Might have just carved my initial in the table there. Ooh, that blade's dull. That blade's way dull.
You want to tell them about your idea for blades?
Oh, so I came up with an idea. Old houses, and comment if you've lived in one of these or remodeled one. Old houses a million years ago, like back in the 20s, used to have be like just a face plate. You cut a hole in the wall and you put this plate on there and it'd go in the bathroom, and it was always next to the sink, usually on the right side. And it said used blade disposal, and you just put the blade through the slit. And it didn't go anywhere, it just went into the wall cavity, like the interstitial space between the studs. And every now and then, you see them around here, you'll get an old house and be remodeling it and find a big pile of old razor blades in the wall. It's way better now all of a sudden, how about that? And it's just kind of cool. I've only seen a couple of them ever. I'm just wondering if you guys have ever seen one, because it's kind of neat. And I thought about making something like that down here for used utility knife blades, and then I thought I'll probably just do it in a piece of 4-inch PVC pipe. Make like a used blade disposal thing.
Hi Glenn, it's Glenn's first time here.
Hi Glenn, welcome to the Weird, sir.
Thanks for hanging out with us today.
I don't know that you should go that far. It's his first time here. We don't know Glenn yet. He might be an asshole.
He might. I don't know.
You might regret that you ever said, hey, thanks for hanging out. He might scar you for life.
Doubt it.
Hey, remember the lesson of Andrew Cole? And that fat man guy. Years of therapy. Years.
We gotta move this plywood.
We gotta move the plywood first, yeah. Alright. We can just zoom right on down. There we go. It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
Is it?
It's gonna be fine. Alright, I'm gonna put the rough edge out and pretty edge up tight.
Oh, I can help you.
You were gonna.
Fine.
You can help. You can drill the line. Oh, for fuck's sake. I may have
You got a little seal problem there.
a little tweaking to do. Alright, can this ladder go away? And the green ladder come in? And I'll make a mark and clean that up. In the meantime, I'll just stand this here, hold it and look pretty. Okay. the wall.
What do you
Bring
need?
the ladder.
Looks like the wall.
It's looking like the wall. It's closed all the way to the top.
Cool.
And I'm gonna need the,
Jigsaw.
yeah.
Almost like you can read your mind.
Short book, pretty simple. It's like one of those horrible children's books that aren't actually rated for children.
Like Joey's books.
Yeah. Give me a tiny straight edge. Yeah, that'd be great. There. That's that. Alright. If you draw me a couple lines, I can rock this. Piece is done. All I got left is this, and then we're over there. Whew. Tape measure, please. One 3/4 by 23.5. We can't.
I don't think we'll
We're
have
out of
it.
drywall.
We probably got enough to do that little spot over there, but
Yeah.
it's in
we're
pieces.
out of drywall. Oh shit. All right. Well, cool. That's that. Kind of proud of my materials estimation on that. We'll be back.